Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Addicting Mobile Games. In this series, we talk about mobile games that are addicting and fun to play. It probably won't be uploaded to regularly, but I like to play mobile games in my free time, and I'm constantly looking for good ones to play. And I think it's really hard to find good mobile games sometimes. So this whole series is about mobile games that I find fun and I think are worth playing. Pretty much all of them are going to be free, but I just wanted to put it out there because I really think it's hard to find good mobile games to play. Like, it's literally like a mobile game trying to find a mobile game to play. Kind of like getting a job is a job itself, if that makes any sense. I don't know, people say it. So, this is the game that I've been playing for probably the past month. I think I've put about 10 to 20 hours in. I'm not like binge out crazy playing it. I mean, I do other things and stuff, but I do play in my free time or when I'm waiting for something to happen or waiting for, yeah, pretty much something to happen. But so this game is called Swamp Attack, and on the website it says it's described as defend your house. Your swamp cottage is under attack by animals gone crazy. You have to defend it and survive the oncoming attacks from evil zombie critters who know no mercy. Pretty good description, I'd say. It's a defense game, and you're a dude who hangs out on a swamp. This is the main menu. We have play, multiplayer, shop, and settings. I'm not going to go into any of these here except for settings and play, because in the next menu you can do all of these things too. So I'm just going to go into settings and talk a little bit about what features it has. So it has a sound option. You can turn sound, music, and the vibrations up. Right now I have optimal settings for this recording, so I'm not going to change any of them. It has what country you went from, which shows up in multiplayer. It has notifications that you can get. Right now I have them off. It has a really cool credits page, and also you can change the language. None of these I can read, so I'm just going to go back to English. One thing I do want to say about this game is it does have a really cool art style, and for a mobile game, it looks really good. That's what I wanted to say. So I'm going to click play, and I get an ad. The ads really aren't too bad in this compared to other games. Like, you're never cued to watch an ad, like just playing through the levels. Like, I know a lot of other mobile games, it's like, oh, you finish a round, watch an ad, finish a round, watch an ad. But this really isn't that bad. You've probably seen this format before. But here at this menu, this is kind of like the main menu, and I'm going to start off at the top left. If you click the home, it's going to send you back to the main menu screen that we were just on. These little batteries are pretty important. If I click on them, they say energy, needed to start a level. So anytime you start anything, it's going to use up one of those energy points. And I think they kind of do this so you don't sit there and binge, and then you come back and play day after day, as there's also daily rewards that you can collect playing day after day. On the bottom of the screen, we have quick mission, challenge, and multiplayer. For this video tutorial, I am just going to play a regular campaign mission and a multiplayer mission. So as you can see, there is a lot of content here. This is like all of the first stage, basically like level 1. So it has 8 matches to a story, or a stage, or an episode, I guess is what they call it. And then you can just go on from there. But all these ones with bullet holes are things that I've completed. And the ones with the skulls underneath are kind of like hard mode for the same level. So I'm actually pretty far in the game, as you can see, as I stated. I don't really know how many hours I've played, but I am in episode 4 on stage 8. And I do have a shit ton of gold, a hot pepper, and a canteen. So the hot pepper and the canteen are items that they'll give you as a daily reward, or you can pay for them with real money. With that being said, let's go into the shop and see what we have. So these are all things that you can get with in-game currency. This gold, like these gold stars, is in-game currency. I have the Uzi. I'm just going to buy some stuff because I am going to play around. The M16, I have a flamethrower, a crossbow, and there's a bunch of other ones, and I don't want to show everybody everything because I feel like that would kind of ruin the game. But I can take and then like switch my guns out if I grab the flamethrower and drag it over. I'm just going to switch it out with the crossbow. The crossbow is a really dope weapon, and I use it a lot, but I'm just going to show you the flamethrower, the Uzi, and then your main shotgun. Pro tip. So the shotgun, just max it out. Like if you're going to get the game, just max out the shotgun as soon as you can. Then there's like some explosives and stuff you can buy in the match. I'll show you how to use them. The items do different things, obviously, like a battery shocks people, acid rain burns people, stop signs stop people. And there's a whole bunch more, but I'm not going to show you them because that would defeat the purpose. Then we have defenses for your house. So there's barricades, and like what's nice is too, if you click on the items, it'll show you a description of what they are, which is a really nice feature because sometimes it's like you don't know what stuff is. And so it's always nice to just click on it and have a description come up. And then there's specials, and then these are like pay for items. The canteens, you can revive yourself in the middle of a game and then continue playing in that stage. And the peppers are like they increase your reload speed. Yeah, I was about to give a description that was gonna suck. But the one thing I found too, and like I don't want to do the challenge mode because it's super hard, and I feel like the only way. So I'll click on challenge, and this is the challenge mode level setup, and they have episodes and stuff too, but well, I guess they don't really have episodes. They just have stages all the way up till coming soon. And there is a lot of content here. Like that is definitely worth saying. There's a lot of playable missions here, so there's a lot of variety you can get to. There's a really big variety of enemies. Guns and play styles. So let's just jump into the game because this video is probably like 5 minutes long right now, and I'm not going to cut anything. I'm not cutting stuff. That's not what this series is about. It's not about my editing skills, which are really good. It's about games. So, and I'm not going to play the one that I'm on either because it's kind of crazy. So let me try to show you like something in the middle. So what am I on, episode 3? So let's just go to episode 2. The UFO missions are my favorite, and they're a little bit different, but they're my favorite. So let me just play one of these. Because in the UFO missions, they take all your stuff, and then you can shoot UFOs, and they'll drop you stuff to use, which is really cool. So the little frog on my roof is like one of the defenses that I have right now. See, and then you can shoot the UFO, and it gives you stuff. And these little fishes are kind of a pain in the ass because they hop in and out of water. Freaking jerks. But basically, this is the game. Bears attack you, and you have to shoot them. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to throw down one of these batteries. What you do is you just drag and drop them from the top. And I'm going to throw down some flamethrower here. Pretty sick. These fishes are so hard to shoot. I hate them. I also feel like my game's a little delayed because I'm running the screen software. AZ screen software. Sponsor me. Thanks, bro. But yeah, like I said, like this is kind of the game. It's kind of tough. This was not a good mission to pick because I hate these stupid fish. But I picked up the acid rain. So all I'm going to do is I'm clicking on the acid rain, and then I can drag and drop it down, and then it'll start flaming people. They're also wearing helmets now because I'm a little bit farther in the game. Earlier in the game, none of the monsters actually wear helmets, but it makes them a little bit harder to kill. But this is kind of what you're looking at. This is what most of the levels are like. There's kind of a day and night system. Not really, but I mean some of the levels are nighttime, some of them are at the day, and some of them are kind of like different colors a little bit, like dawn and dusk type things. But I think what this game really does well is the design, the character design. Was something that I was really happy to see. There's not much level variation, but there is a good variety of enemies, and there's a nice variety of weapons that you can use. So that's always like really nice to see. I mean, it's kind of a simple game, but that's what makes it really nice to play. I'm getting my ass kicked here trying to make this tutorial. That was the Uzi. I actually use the Uzi a lot because I feel like it's a good like panic gun. But that was the first level, so that was one of the levels I want to show you. So they're pretty quick like that. Something else that's nice, when you play missions that you haven't completed yet, you get a lot more gold. And I think what happens is like 6 or 7 of the first games that you play, like you can watch an ad to double your gold, and that's something I usually do when I'm playing normally, because they're just like 30-second ads, and you get way farther, way faster by getting double gold. It's basically like getting double EXP. So once you finish a map, it'll send you back to the shop, and then you can buy any of the supplies you need to to continue on. So with that being said, I'm going to go into multiplayer, and I'm going to try to queue up a game and see what happens. So the multiplayer is a little bit different, but that campaign level is pretty similar to like what you get from the challenge mode and the quick missions and stuff. It's like they're all pretty similar. Like I said, challenge mode is just ridiculous. Like I really think you need the peppers to do them. And so it kind of like turns me off to that game mode. But multiplayer and the campaign I'm having a lot of fun with. It's just that one aspect I don't really like that much because I feel like they're trying to make you pay. But a multiplayer, you play against another guy and you shoot these birds, get these eggs, and then on the left side of my screen you can see the monsters. And what I'm going to do once I get some more of them is I'm going to throw these monsters at the other guy, at my opponent. I didn't even see where he was from. He was from like France or something. But I have played a lot of multiplayer missions. I think I've played like 50. And it's a nice way to grind for gold when you kind of want to buy stuff and you don't want to continue playing the story, or you want to like beef up what you have. Because the one other great thing about multiplayer is it does cost a battery, but it only costs a battery if you lose. This is a good time to send stuff. So he sent some stuff too. And I just gotta kill those guys. What happens a lot in multiplayer is everybody sends like the best monsters. So they'll send those weasels, and the weasels like throw bombs. But as you saw, like they could really be any monster. Because when you're setting up the game, there's kind of like that lottery of monsters that it's going to be. So it has kind of the lower monster, or the lesser monster, which in this case is the beaver with the chainsaw. Pretty solid enemy design, if you ask me. And then there's the mole, I guess, or the weasel. And then there's the wombat. I don't know what that thing is on top. Maybe a ferret? I don't know. Ferrets with bombs. But see, here he goes again. Nice try, buddy. Oh, I need to throw. I might not win this one. What happens a lot of times in this is like the birds end up doing a lot more damage. It's really hard to play right now too, because this isn't usually how I play. I had to put the phone on the table. Usually I play like with it in two hands, but when I hold it with both hands, I block my microphone. I'm gonna freaking lose. So usually I'm a little bit better at shooting than I am right now, but I'm usually clicking with my thumbs. Yeah, so I lost, but in my defense, I'm making a video, so whatever. But what usually happens is if I win. Usually that's what happens is I win, and you'll get 1 energy back. So if you're doing a really good job, and then it queues me for a video. I think it was queuing me for videos in here, but I don't think it was queuing me up for that many videos in the regular campaign, because you could just watch ads to double your gold. That's one annoying thing about some of the mobile games that I've played. I think they're like just super generic, and they're made to do advertisements. Oh, I could have X'd out of this already. These ones are short when they queue you up. Like a lot of times they're like 5 or 10 seconds, but that was a lot of information, like really fast. But there is a lot of things I like about this game, and a lot of it is its simplicity, and I think it did a really good job with the clarity of the character and level designs. like I said before, even though the level designs aren't that different, I think the levels do have a nice aesthetic, and as you buy like more defenses for your house, they show up on your house. I think the weapon models and stuff are really good. I don't remember what your main character is, but I mean he's pretty cool. He's not bad, you know. I really like the game because it's simple, it's easy to play, and it's easy to put down, and that's what you want in a mobile game. Oh, let me show you my multiplayer settings real quick though, just to prove I'm not a loser. Don't pay attention to my name because it's probably not fit for children. But total games played 59, and I've won 42. So I have a win ratio of 71. I was probably just on a win streak, but I just lost it to make this video for you guys. But I did enjoy this. I enjoyed this game a lot, and there's a lot of content here, and I wish I had more time, but this is a thumbs up, and it's a super addicting game, and I think you should give it a try. It's totally free, and give a shout out to these developers and rate their game if you like it. That's going to be my video, guys. Thanks for checking it out. And I will be doing another addicting mobile game episode soon for another game. And maybe I'll do a video for something else too. I don't know, but that's my video.